We're back with Ken Esrig, the millionaire and the author of Find the Millionaire in Your Mirror. And you know, I love the title. I want to talk a little bit about not just your book, but your tour that you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish with this in helping people.
Right. Well, when you write a book, you try and decide what you want to do with it. And the people who have read it, and there's only been a few that have read it, you being the first ever,
right.
People say, I feel inspired, I feel motivated. And I've been public speaking, as you know, for years and years and years. We go back to when I was first doing it on my last tour. And the reception, you're right, when I'm in a crowd, I have found that some way I'm connecting with folks in a very unique and very personal way. And talking about you instead of about me. And that's how come that these seminars do as well as they do, because the whole time today, all I did was put it back on you. Who are you, and what do you want, and what are you looking for? So for me, it's kind of almost an obligation to society for me to have an opportunity to go and talk to people and share my ideas and how I got where I got, which is very simple. Everything that I talked about today was very, very basic. And it is basic. If you get very long, complicated plans, you'll never follow them. So for me, I'm out there telling people, keep it simple, make it what you really want, and find happiness. It's not just about the money. It's about you doing what you love to do. And if you love doing what you do, and you have some way that you've figured out to try and make some money on it, you'll move ahead.
Okay, let's just use you or another person as an example. Okay. You aren't changing your career, you're just extending your career. Am I correct?
Right. Well, unlike most people, I have to pay the bills. So when you start out on a tour, there's not this whole big pile of money falling from the sky, so we have to pay our bills. So you must be practical. I still have to maintain, I'm still involved with my MRI center.
That's
my bread and butter.
That's your bread and butter.
That's what pays for the bills.
Right.
But now I am taking the opportunity that I have to share my observations and learning. I do have a master's in the equivalent of an MBA, and so I've learned these things along the way. These are my mantras. These are Ken's keys for success. And they're in my book. I've listed Ken's keys for success. So when you open the book, you can see one or two little snippets and you say, oh, I got it. I got it. And those I got it's can spark a lot of activity on your part.
Okay, let's talk about the keys to success.
Okay.
Let's talk about the first key. What's the first key?
Well, I don't know which is which because it flows through the book. But one of them is that when somebody presents you something, the deal always sounds great. Now, why does the deal always sound great? Because who's ever pitching it to you is trying to get you interested. And I don't care if it's a great deal or a bad deal. There is some charismatic leader of this organization going, Kathryn, I've got a deal for you. And then they share it with you and go, wow, that sounds great. But when you do your homework, you better be darn sure that it's something you want to do. So one of my keys for success is remember, the deal always sounds great. And that's where you start from, because you've got to find somewhere from where you are now to where you're going to go. So you're looking for opportunities.
Right.